All right, let's talk about something we've all been told our entire lives. A core belief about success that we rarely, if ever, stop to actually question. We're going to tear apart what might be the most dangerous lie society has ever sold us. You know the one I'm talking about. It's this idea that shapes, well, everything. How we think about our jobs, our lives, what it even means to be successful. It's whispered to us from the time we're kids, and that lie, it goes something like this. Yep, there it is. Sounds nice, right? It feels fair. It feels just. And honestly, that's what makes it so incredibly dangerous. Because it feels true, but it sets you up to play a game that's, well, completely rigged against you if all you're bringing to the table is effort.
So here's the dangerous part. The problem is that the world, it doesn't actually run on effort. It doesn't reward hard work for the sake of hard work. It rewards something else entirely. Something more powerful that, weirdly enough, we're never really taught about. The world rewards leverage. And this is so familiar for a lot of people. It's that path of just pure hard work. You make people early, you make people early, you set up a sleep, the house, time to
Leverage, the scale.
It's just on a what stops us? Fear. It's that fear of starting something. The fear of putting yourself out there and, maybe people will judge you. The fear of failing. So, what do? We stick with what feels safe. But that safety is a trap. It becomes a cage. And eventually, you find yourself defending the very walls of the cage that are holding you back. Okay, look, I'm not telling you to go and quit your job tomorrow. That's not the point. The point is to stop confusing being busy with making progress. The shift starts in your head. It starts by asking yourself some smarter questions about the work you're already doing. First question you gotta ask yourself, does what I'm doing right now actually scale? I mean, could the work you do today reach 10 times more people next month? 100 times? 1,000 times? If the only way to do more is for you to personally work more hours, then nope, it doesn't scale. All right, next question. Does it create value even when you're not there? Think about it. Are you building something, an asset, a system that keeps working even after you clock out? That's the real test of leverage. Is your income tied directly to your time? Or have you built something that works for you? And the last big question is this. Am I actually building a skill, or am I just keeping myself busy? Because, being busy feels really productive. It feels good. But a lot of the time, it's just spinning your wheels. So you have to be honest. Is what you're doing today making you better for tomorrow? Or are you just running faster and faster on a hamster wheel that's not going anywhere? Look, the real change in your life isn't going to come from working even harder at the same old thing. It comes when you finally take a step back, look at the whole system, and decide to work differently. And I promise you, once you really see this, you can never go back to looking at work the same way again. Here's a final thought on that. The system that's always screaming, work harder, it doesn't actually need you to be exhausted. It just needs you to be distracted. Because as long as you're totally focused on just being busy, you're not building leverage. You're not building your own systems. And that makes you predictable. It makes you controllable. But the second you stop being distracted, the second you start asking these kinds of questions about scale, about systems, about what real progress looks like, that's the moment you take back control. The power shifts from the system to you.
So the only real question left is, what are you going to do next?